Hey, how's it going out there? Richard Ramirez coming to you from Pismo Beach, California, and I'm going to try to get this video out to you before midnight today. Um, and yes, this is my third attempt. Back to square one. This is video number 1 of the 100-day challenge. I went back to school, and well, I've been going to school for the past year and a half, and I have a new class every 5 weeks. And currently, I am going through the IT program, which requires a lot more time than all of my other programs that I went through. So I'm doing my best to at least follow through, get a video per day. But part of the program here, part of the challenge is that we're supposed to do one every day, and if we skip a day, we got to start over. We're back to square one. So I'm being persistent. I'm not giving up. So when it wouldn't hurt if those of you who are following me give me a little nudge and remind me to to get a video out. So anyway, what I'm going to talk about today is encouragement, because that seems to be the topic today, everywhere. In fact, our message today in church was about encouragement. And a funny thing is, I just realized that this past Friday was also National Encouragement Day. Who knew that it was now considered a national holiday? It originally started as a state holiday, I believe, for state of Arkansas, and then in 2007, Bush decided to go ahead and make it a national deal. So, for those of you who did not know, now you know. We do have a National Day of Encouragement. And so basically, with my interpretation of encouragement is being able to encourage others, regardless of the type of day that you're having. Okay. What I need to remember is that now that I'm starting to have a few people looking at my videos, they have been inspired and encouraged through my past videos. So now I need to remember that I have to push that much harder to get a video out, because once you get in a routine of getting information out, people get used to it. And I know we all have that day where we just don't feel like doing it, or we get caught up with life. But even if it means doing a video for 2 to 3 minutes versus doing these extensive videos of 5 to 10 minutes, at least get something out there. And I'm saying this to help myself, to remind myself that getting a 2 to 3 minute video out there will save you the time in uploading, and it's getting your information out. So the verse that we went through today was actually on Philippians 1, chapter 1, verse 3 through 5, and it was on The Voice. And basically, to summarize that, it was talking about how we are gifts to one another. Now I don't know, especially you can look at this as being somebody who's the life of the party per se. When you walk into a room, are people happy that you're there, or do they try to run and hide and avoid you. I know I had a friend at one point in time that I used to work with, and she was just full of negative energy. And you may know some of these people where they're chronic complainers, and they complain about the same thing. Uh, um, but they never want to do anything to change their lives. They'd rather sit and complain and have wasted energy than to try to do something about it. And I'm no longer friends with this individual because it was just too much negative energy for me. Am I wrong as a Christian? Probably, because we're supposed to pray for everybody. And at the point in time, I was still going through my own issues, and I didn't feel it. Like I said, it was just too much negative energy for me. And instead of learning how to cut back my time with the individual, I would just completely cut them off. Didn't want anything to do with them anymore. So if those phone calls were coming through, it was like it would go straight to voicemail, because I just did not want to deal with it. But at least today, I know that that's not the right thing to do. And I haven't had contact with this person for quite some time, so I don't know if she's even in the area. I do know from other mutual friends that they had also stopped hanging out with her because of the same reason. So all I can do today is to pray and hope that she does better. Now, getting back on encouragement, I know I've said it in videos past that we all have a story, and we all go through different trials in life, and sometimes we don't know why we're going through them, but those trials sometimes aren't even meant for you, but they're meant for you to help somebody who may come into your life. God has a funny way of doing that to us. Like I said, sometimes doing these videos, I don't know if I'm going to affect anybody. What I say is going to help somebody, but I know that there have been people actually listening and watching my videos, and they've come up to me personally and said something. So it's like, whoa, okay, I guess I do matter. So God never wants to ruin a hurt. Okay, so find a way to turn that hurt into what's the right word? Well, maybe not so much turning it into something, but find yourself a support group. Okay. Because I know that through talking with others, that eventually you'll be able to understand how they went through it. Okay, because you're never alone. Some of us like to think that we're alone, but we're not. Okay, and the only way to truly help somebody else is by somebody who has also gone through the same thing. couple examples is you can't as a male you can't tell your wife that you understand the pain that she's going through when she's having a baby. That's just pain that men will never understand. I don't know. I can't. Being single, I don't know. I don't have any kids, and but you do hear the yelling for sure, because my sister has had a few kids. In fact, I have a nephew who's going to be 21 in December, and two nieces, 13 and 12. So, yeah, they're not so little anymore. But anywho, that's just one example. And especially, like, you can't tell a drug addict that you understand the pain that they're going through of trying to quit when you yourself never took drugs or never drank. Those are just some pains that you don't understand. So, but somebody else who's gone through that can help the individual. Okay, and that's how we're able to encourage one another to stay the course and let them know that there is hope, that there is light at the end of the tunnel. And that takes me right here to 2 Corinthians 1, chapter 1, verse 3 through 5. And God is with us when we go through hard times, so that we can be there for that person just as God was there for us. And often when these trials happen, sometimes like I said, we wonder, why is God letting this happen to us? I used to say that every time I got behind the wheel on the night that I was drinking. I'm not proud of that. When I'm in control, I know not to get behind the wheel, but I was a blackout drinker. Thank God I never injured anybody but myself. I woke up in the hospital back in 2003, and thought for sure, I could have died right then. But God has a different purpose for me. I may not know what it is yet, but it's my story that will eventually help somebody else. So, if you're also going through the same issues of drinking and don't know where to go ahead and hit me up, and we can talk, and I'll see what I can do to find you some people in your area that you can talk to. Whether it's a church that has Celebrate Recovery, or if it's AA meetings. But that's my goal, is to help others who have also gone through the same trials that I've gone through. Okay? Like I said, I can't help somebody who's never gone through the same issues as me. But I can help somebody who's definitely on the same path, who wants that change in their lives, but they don't know where to go. So, anywho, little by little, you'll eventually probably get most of my story out of me. But this turned out to be a heck of a lot longer than I anticipated. But sometimes it's God working through me, and maybe it'll help somebody else tonight. So, if you want to find out more about the Internet Lifestyle Network, just go ahead and click on, where's this video going? Oh yeah, in my blog post eventually. But go ahead and fill out the form right above, and you don't need to put in your phone number unless you want a phone call, but put in your name, email address, and go ahead and you can take a 24-hour tour of what we have to offer. You get to meet the co-founders, Vincent Ortega Jr. and Clifton Hatfield, and you'll definitely get some training from Mark Hoverson. In fact, we just started a 1 minute with Mark, where he's going to be doing a video for a minute, and he'll be covering certain areas in leadership, whether it's lifestyle, marketing strategies. In fact, one area that I'm hoping he'll start doing is the entrepreneurial family, where it's also getting the kids involved and getting the whole family together and working as a unit. So, anywho, remember to do what you love with passion. Give yourself grace for the mistakes that you have made, and remember to continuously grow at least 1% than the day before. Alright, you guys have a great night, and we'll see you tomorrow. Take care.